Right, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Just before I start this top 5 of October, I want to quickly mention that tomorrow is the day that you're going to be able to get 11% off on my Etsy store, Carnosa Plants UK, and I'll quickly insert a few things here, like off the shop, so you can see what's available. Definitely check it out if you're interested, and insert the coupon code REMEMBER11 to get your 11% off. I just wanted to stick that in just to let you guys know, so you don't miss out if you were interested. If not, absolutely no problem. I'll get on with the video now. I just wanted to quickly mention to you guys, and it's that the discount is going from in a couple of hours, so from midnight to midnight of the 11th of November. I'll insert the details of the discount below, so definitely read through that before you go on there, and find the link down there as well. But I'll get on with my top 5 of October, and again, I feel like this is late. Is it October? Yeah, we're in November. Yeah, my top 5 houseplants. Like this, this is going to be like the top 5 that were giving me the most satisfaction and joy, and less aggravation, or least aggravation. So in no particular order, I'll start with my Chlorophytum, comosum. I was trying to figure out what the Latin, like what the actual cultivar name is, and I'm not certain, but I came up with Bonnie. It may not be. And this is looking spectacular. It's looking really good. I've potted it up in this really nice terracotta pot, and it's just looking really good. And it doesn't wilt, it doesn't sulk, and I love that about it because it's no fuss. I do need to go through and pull off some of these dead, like the dying leaves, but that's like no problem. I just thought it looks so lovely, and around the back as well. Always got to check out the back. This was sent to me by Nick over at Glass House and Garden. Definitely check him out if you haven't already. And it's doing really good. It is. I'm pretty sure it's grown, but I haven't noticed a considerable amount of growth. I keep this in a very low light area. Well, it gets indirect north. It's in a north facing window. It gets mildly bright light, but like not blinding light throughout the day, and it seems to really enjoy it. So, and I don't water it very frequently. I've only watered it maybe 3 times since I've had it, and it seems to like that. So but it just looks so good, and in that terracotta pot it just looks really, like, I just love that. And yeah, not much else more I can say about that. I was thinking of propagating it, but then I don't want to propagate it if I don't have anything to do with the babies, because I don't want to have more than one. I quite like having just one, and the trailing babies do look really nice. It's like adds like an effect to it. So yeah, but that is the first guy. I think I've counted 5. Yeah, I have. My second one is my Philodendron Birkin. I do also sell Philodendron Birkins. I have Philodendron Birkins available on my shop, if you wanted to check it out. And this guy I think he's only got 1 new leaf on the main plant, like here, since I've got him. Let me take him out. I just keep him in this adorable pot that my niece painted for me, and but it's not planted in there, it's still in its nursery pot. So it's quite a small pot if you consider the size of the plant, but let me show you the new leaf. This one here, and you can see the coloration on that is gorgeous. And then this is the reason I picked this one, so it's got the lovely like extra variegation on that leaf. And the new leaf hasn't come through with any extra variegation on it, it's just come through very typical Philodendron Birkin, sorry, not Philodendron, Philodendron Birkin. But that is gorgeous, I love that. And I water this maybe once every 2 weeks, so I really don't drench it. I just kind of add some to the bottom, let it soak up, and just leave him. But he doesn't sulk massively when he's too dry. Well, this one hasn't been too dry, but I know that when they do dry out too much, the leaves do curl up, very similar to the Scindapsus. But yeah, he's got a second plant in here which is coming through. He's getting a little bit more variegation, or the patterning, as it comes through, but it's looking really good. I'm really happy with that. I'm glad I picked those up. And if you didn't know, I did buy another one of these if you're wondering where it's gone, because you would have seen it in one of my haul videos, with the Philodendron Rocco Congo coming through. I sent that to Emma at Emma Greenwood. Link in description as well for her, so definitely go check her out. But this one is looking really good, and I haven't asked Emma how hers is doing, so I'll definitely have to get on Instagram and message her to see how hers is doing. And I wonder if she's potted hers up yet, because I haven't, but it hasn't needed it, and I'm going to assume it's quite root bound in there, but I haven't looked, and I'm not going to. Yeah, so he's looking lovely, love that. So definitely been bringing me a lot of joy, this one, and it's such easy care that, lighting for this one, I keep this in, well, it's like off to the side of my grow light, so it doesn't get any direct light from my grow light, but it gets like the side light. I don't know, it doesn't get direct, like, I don't know, I'd say it probably gets bright indirect light, relatively bright, not like massively bright. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Right, and then number 3, let's go with, right, I do have 2 of these, but I've only picked up 1 to show you, and you'll understand why. This is my ZZ Raven, and it is looking gorgeous. I might run it under the shower, or like put it out in the rain for a while, because, not a while, but like a minute or 2, because it's getting a bit dusty on its leaves. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. That's the only thing with filming in the dark, you kind of can't really see it. But I haven't had any new shoots come up yet. I know these are very, very slow growing, and that is part of the reason why, that's probably the entire reason why ZZ Ravens are still quite expensive, is that they are just so slow growing. But he's doing really good, and I keep that in just very low light. I did keep one of them under my grow light for a while, but then I ended up using that space for other plants, and these survive really well in low light, so yeah. Oh yeah, because when I first got it, this stem here was still green, and he's actually turned jet black now, so yeah, so he has changed very, very slightly. But other than that, I keep him in a very gritty, sandy mix with multi-purpose compost. Yeah, but if you want to see, I did do a video on potting these guys up, because I divided it from one plant, and that video is on my channel. I don't really know how to like link the video up the top here. I'll have to ask Emma how she does that, because she does that and it's really useful, but I can never do it. I don't know how to do it. But yeah, you can see me potting that up in one of my other videos, but that one is just doing really, really well, and I think that's probably going to be one of my like solid favourites for a really long time, only because low maintenance, doesn't wilt when it's like upset, and it just always looks pretty good, so you can't complain. The next 2 are Hoyas, and I was going to do a Hoya collection video this evening, but it's really late, and I decided that I would do this video first and then do the Hoya video like maybe tomorrow, or like next week, maybe soon. It'll come soon. That'll be my next video, most likely. So let's go with right. So my Hoya pubicolics, which I got off of Etsy from Zen Plants. I also did a video of unboxing that, and amazing quality plants from Zen Plants. Both times I've bought them, and this one is looking amazing. Like, I remember being super impressed with it when I opened it, but I think it's grown quite a lot since then, and it's definitely got a lot of new leaves, and it looks really good in this tall pot. I did just shower this to get the dust off the leaves, and the pot is wet at the moment, and the leaves are wet, but the thing, I'll give you a second to just look at that, because that is so lovely. It's dripping on my legs. I just love that so much, and really, really, like, my favourite thing about this plant so far, well, yeah, I just love everything about it, to be honest, but the new leaves are coming through jet black. Like, I don't know how well it's going to pick up on camera, but they are like as dark as the ZZ Raven leaves, and it looks so lovely because there's quite a few new leaves coming in through the centre. Yeah, you can kind of see the coloration on them. They do look kind of green on camera, but they're really not green. They're like look at that. That looks like a burnt Dorito or something. Love that. They're so nice. And I just think like this pot combination just works so well, if I may say so myself. So that is just, oh god, I love that. But I've been like looking at this a lot this month, well, October, and the beginning of November. I've really been enjoying it. It just looks so good. And I kind of wanted to propagate it. I did have the propagation on here, but I did cut it off because it just wasn't doing anything, and then it dried out and it was really hard to get wet again. So I just thought, no, sod it, I'll just keep one. I don't have to be greedy, I can just appreciate just one. This side, the back, is very empty, but the front is where the party's at. And I keep this directly under my grow light. That may be to do with, well, it probably definitely is to do with why this is going such a dark black colour. But I do keep it directly under my Mars Hydro grow light. That light is not very intensive on the reds and the blues, so it doesn't stress the plants out in the sense of giving it sun stress coloration, but this one seems to really be enjoying it, and I'm going to keep raving about how those colours look, but that is a solid favourite of mine. I don't know if there are multiple varieties of the pubicolics, because I have seen a couple of pubicolics and none of them look like this one, and none of them I've seen have the black leaves, the new black leaves, but these leaves are like maturing a lot and they're not losing that black colour. I know they probably will lose that black coloration, but it's staying there for such a long time that this is like it very rapidly went to the top of my like most loved houseplants that I've owned. Oh, it just looks so good. It looks so like wild, and love it. Right, I'll put this down because I spoke about that for like 5 minutes straight. So nice though, so nice. Right, the next one and the last one is actually one of my oldest. Technically is one of my oldest houseplants that I've had, especially on this channel. It is the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess, and again, linking to another video. This was in one of my first Summer Hill haul videos, or come plant shopping with me, that was what it was. And ever since then, it has like grown 5 times bigger, and I've kept it in the same pot the entire time, not the nursery pot. I potted it up once when I bought it, and I've just kept it in that pot, and it has grown into this amazing Hoya, and I've propagated from it only once, but you would have seen that in my previous video, my propagation update video, where I cut off one of these longer stems and then just cut it into 4 pieces, and all 4 have rooted. But this is just, I really don't know how well this is like picking up on camera, but it is huge. And again, like the majority of my plants, they have like party in the front and like not much going on in the back. But this is facing, so I have this hanging in my window, and if you're looking from the window, this is growing obviously towards you guys. And then this is like towards the indoors. I'm so terrible at explaining stuff, but I'm sure you guys understand. And if not, you'll have to grin and bear it. The thing I love about the Crimson Princess is that the new leaves come through a gorgeous, they come through very deep pink, almost red, and then they fade to this more light pink tone, like almost strawberry tone, and then they turn the lovely, like just general variegated. And this has been a solid favourite of mine since I got it. Taken a very long time to grow. I've had this for just over, it's got to be just over a year, or maybe just a year. So not massively long, but it quite long. I'd consider it quite long. And this one I water once every, so I probably water it once every 2 weeks, maybe. Yeah, probably no longer, no more than that. And when I water it, I don't like absolutely douse it. I just kind of give it, I don't know how to explain water measurements. Like, I just give it a little bit. I don't drench it through, and it seems to really like that. Yeah, I'm doing something right. There are no signs of flowering, which I'm not too worried about, because I definitely prefer foliage anyway. But it would be really cool to see it flower, and I'd like to show you guys when it does. But no flowers as of yet. I haven't had any of my Hoyas flower, but then again, sorry, I'm like talking so fast. But then again, not many of my Hoyas are that old, so, but that is lovely. I love that one. I'd quite like to have, I do have a Hoya Crimson Queen, but mine's only a very small cutting at the moment, which Emma kindly sent to me in a plant trade, and that is growing lovely. It's doing really well, but it's going to take a while to get this big. So I'd really like to get a bigger one, but I may just wait and have some patience and wait for my little guy to grow. But that is going to conclude all of my top 5 plants for October. I always feel a bit weird doing, when I say always, I've done it twice. I feel a bit weird doing like my favourite plants of the month like 10 days too late. But I'm sure you guys enjoy seeing these houseplants, and I like showing off the good ones as well. I obviously do try to keep it as real as possible and show you guys the ones that ain't doing good. That might be an idea actually. I could do like my least favourite ones of the month. That'd be a long video. No, I'm joking. Yeah, but a lot of my plants are kind of being not neglected, but like I've moved them from different areas, so they've had quite a drastic change in lighting. So so some of them are like going through a bit of a transition, I'll say, shock like transition. So a few of my begonias are kind of sulking a little bit. I know one of my begonias has actually died down to the ground, like to the soil level. It's still solid and green, and which one was that? It was the, I don't know, it was one of my ones from Dibley's. It was one of my ones from Dibley's, and I didn't take the mesh tea bag cell, little, you know what I'm talking about, the little cell cover. I didn't take it off, and the ones that I did take them off are doing lovely, but the ones that I didn't are kind of, you can tell they're struggling. So I probably wouldn't buy them in that way again. Maybe I'll buy them just a little bit more grown on, or from somewhere else potentially. I've had nothing but good experiences with Dibley's. It's just like, I don't really like that method of, but I understand it's just propagation. That's kind of how it works. It'd be nice to see something that's biodegradable though. Like they are not biodegradable. They're like, anyway. But yes, that concludes my top 5, and we're now reaching like the 20-minute mark. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know what your favourite was, and let me know if your Hoya pubicolics does the same as mine with the black leaves, because that is like I love that so much. Like, that's probably my favourite out of all these that I've shown you today. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and again, remember 11 to get your discount tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching this, on the 11th of November 2020. I mean, I'll probably do it again next year if it works. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video.